Alright, well, another tool introduction today. I wanted to show you how I had my box laid out. It's still a work in progress. I had 3 toolboxes and then I got it down to 2 toolboxes, and now I'm trying to stuff everything into 1 toolbox. So it's still a work in progress, and I just wanted to show you what I got so far. And here again, you know, this isn't a how-to video. This is just some information. You can use it if you like, and if not, that's fine too. Anyway, so here's my my Snap-on box, and the better you have your tools organized, the easier it is to use a toolbox. So I try to set mine up logically. My top right-hand box is basically administrative stuff. Rulers, pens, pencils, eyeglasses, safety glasses, you know, tape, just miscellaneous stuff that you're going to need off and on often. So that's the kind of like the miscellaneous stuff there as far as office type stuff goes. And then, like I said, I'm still working on it. And my top drawer, I just kind of put the other miscellaneous stuff that I have left over from the other drawers and the other toolboxes. And so I haven't organized it yet. So it's got, you know, scrapers and pry bars and things like that in the top. And I was trying to move my really heavy stuff down lower. And so I'll show you that in a minute. Let me go ahead and turn this off just for a second. My second box here is really a hodgepodge of multiple things. My nut drivers, caliper measuring device there, utility knives, stud finder right here, wire brushes, scissors, flashlights, Allen wrenches, the neighbors out there having fun, some test equipment here, air fitting adapters, things like that. Here, I mentioned before in the flashlight, or excuse me, about flashlights, how you need a variety. I've got several of them here because they do come in handy. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go through this drawer in detail a little bit later on, not today. But pliers, which include wire strippers, electrician's pliers, things of that nature. So we'll go over that a little bit later also. These are all my sockets, obviously. The black ones are normally identified as impact sockets, a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more solid. The chrome ones are your standard. That sounds like an airboat. Anyway, complete selection of sockets, extensions, ratchet wrenches, half-inch and 3/8, which is your most common sizes that you're going to need. Here again, I've cut back a lot. I had twice as many, and I sold off a whole bunch. This drawer has some of my miscellaneous test equipment. Again, we'll go over this in detail later on. Oil filter wrenches, my flamethrower there for heat shrink and soldering, some light duty soldering, things like that. Battery post cleaner, air nozzles for filling up tires, more oil filter wrenches, small filter wrenches, just miscellaneous test equipment, and some extra grabbers back there. You can see them back in the corner. Long ones there. One's magnetic and one actually has little claws on it. This one right here are my open end and box end wrenches and ratcheting wrenches. I've got a set of stubbies back here, which sometimes you're in a very tight spot, so you really need those. These are kind of cool. They are wrenches for battery post normally. This is your 10mm size and then your 5/16. those are the most common sizes for battery posts. Here again, most of these are SAE, but a little less than half are metric, because nowadays almost all your vehicles have metric sizes. This bottom drawer we covered a little bit earlier. In the other video we covered some of these tools already, but we'll go into this one a little bit more in detail also later on. The bottom drawer's got all my really heavy stuff, big pry bars, big wrenches, big hammers, and some other test equipment that I do have in here. The right hand side bottom drawer here has all my welding equipment, which I don't have a whole lot. Basically a helmet, my welding gloves down there, the blue ones. Oh great, my battery's about ready to die on this thing again. Other safety gloves. Remember I mentioned before that you always want to wear gloves whenever you're doing a job. That's what that bag right there is full of gloves. I took them out of the box because bags are easier to store. This one right here has other types of equipment, grinders, cleaners. These are called flapper discs. They're used for taking off paint and getting stuff ready to weld on. Clamps, tie strings. That's a brake kit, snap-on brake kit right there. Extra long 3/8 drill bit. That comes in handy. I use that big time when I was putting on the big pieces of wood on the very back of the motorhome right here. Gauge set down there, roll pin punch set, gauge set right there, soldering iron, just miscellaneous stuff that comes in handy. This one, drawer 4 on the right hand side, has my Phillips head screwdrivers and my file set and my Torx head screwdrivers. And so that's what all that is. Okay. Drawer number 3 will have my flathead screwdrivers, all different sizes, styles, basically a whole bunch of different kinds. So that's what that is. And then drawer number 2 has my 1/4 inch drive sockets, SAE and metric, regular length and deep sockets, and some other Torx head type sockets that come in handy also. And then some Allen head wrench sockets also. Sometimes you just never know what you're going to need, so gotta have a variety. And that's pretty much it for my Snap-on toolbox. I do have some other toolboxes, naturally. This one right here is just electrical, I'll just open it up and show you. It's kind of like electrical troubleshooting and repair stuff. Some heat shrink, cable holders, solder, electrical connectors, electrical test equipment, more electrical type stuff, a temperature gauge, a tester so you can test temperatures on many different things, more heat shrink, wire ties, different sizes of wire ties, different wires, jumper cables, just a whole slew of troubleshooting and electronic equipment, test gear and things of that nature. So, and then I have another portable toolbox around here somewhere. It might be down in the basement storage. Anyway, that's a brief overview of the tools that I have so far. I'm still trying to cut back. It's sort of working. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I'm going to keep this one short and go charge up my battery on this thing again. Alright, well thank you all for coming along, and hope you join me on the next adventure with Joe on the Go RV Tech. You can send your questions to me via email if you like, joeonthegorvtech@gmail.com. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye now.